welcome back to LA Noire.
Ah, Phelps. I was just discussing with Finbar here how well you were doing. Have a seat.
Yeah, it's my real name. And you can just forget all about it.
You boys have a new case. A poor Hispanic woman murdered near City Hall and left lying naked in an alleyway.
Another naked woman, sir?
Yes. We seem to have had quite a run of them since the Dahlia fiend first struck.
Phelps is politely trying to hint that he thinks the Mendez case is hokey.
Well, young Phelps, you win some and you lose some in police work.
You're happy with the Mueller case, sir?
Over the moon, boys! The DA couldn't be more pleased with the evidence, the witness, and the lack of an alibi. Now, get out there and catch me another sinner.
I lick him with the pot and the frying pan. I lick him with the pot and the frying pan. I lick him with the pot and the frying pan. And if I kill him, he had it coming, man. He's stone cold dead in the mud.
2 club sandwiches. Thank you, waitress.
I don't care who you are, Rusty. I don't even like you. Your real name could be Barney Stinson. Your real name could be Barney the Purple Dinosaur. Your real name could be Kermit the Frog, and I wouldn't care.
Address?
It's the alley off Aliso between Los Angeles and Alameda.
You're kidding. The next one will be opposite Central Station.
Count yourself lucky, Phelps. Most guys would kill to land a case so close to their desk.
Yeah, it means they can pop in to hit the office supply of hooch whenever they need it.
You know, that ain't a bad idea. That is not a bad idea at all, Phelps.
If you're wondering why this game looks kind of choppy compared to my other games that I play, it's because this game was, it's like hard capped at 24 frames or something. Like a very, like 20-something frames a second because of the way that the motion capturing was done. You can't adjust the frames.
They're ready to start the show. I'll take you through.
Please don't be another naked person.
Oh, for Christ's sake.
Brothers, Pinker?
Cause of death is pretty apparent. We thought we'd best wait for you. When you're ready.
Well, this game is all naked ladies now. Great.
Only 21 years old. But why the library card? Did he want us to find it?
So is this the Black Dahlia stuff? I've always heard of Black Dahlia, but I never knew what it was. Whoa. That's the
Another
bone.
wedding ring torn from the finger. No skin under the fingernails.
What the frick? That's their bone!
Blood. BD.
Kiss the blood.
The lacerations on the neck would indicate a great deal of force. The evidence in the Mueller case was solid. I'm not convinced about Mendez.
The best way to get away with murder is to pin it on somebody else. I'll bet a month's salary this is a copycat.
Strangled, battered,
Yeah, we know the M.O. So does every jerk who kills his wife and girlfriend looking for a way out. I've spoken to Brown. He still believes the Dahlia perp has medical experience.
4 women, all murdered, all put on display, all with messages.
Mueller had no message. Look, Phelps, this is getting us nowhere.
Anything for us to go on, Mal?
Head injuries from contact with road, bruising from a small man's shoe, further blunt force trauma to the occipital region at the base of the skull. Could have been fatal, but clear signs of strangulation would seem to rule it out.
Lipstick appears to be a similar color to the other cases. I'll see if I can nail down a brand.
You do that, pal.
If she took a blow to the head like the others, she was probably unconscious when strangled.
What is this? What is this thing? Tripod? Following the trail. Following the bloody trail. Her hat's over here, guys. Looking a little worse for wear. Antonia.
Antonia. Huh. Same as the library card.
It's almost like this lady's name is Antonia.
May as well follow the trail.
I did. Game. Was there anything else? Why did the hat... Huh. There's more blood over here. Wait a minute. Oh. I'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna follow this trail like a little snail.
Proximity to the scene, plus the bloodstains. No way is this coincidence.
Don't put it back in the trash can. Give it to forensics. More blood. Check it out. Whatever your real name is, I don't care. Butthole. I'm just gonna call you
kept the area
Butthole.
pristine for you boys.
Thanks.
Let's check it out.
Yep. Oh, a key. They did this on purpose. Sick bastards. You sick bastard. 5.
House keys, strung up like bait on a hook.
But why? What was their
Think
motive?
he's trying to lead us somewhere?
Probably all the way to City Hall, that brazen son of a bitch.
How do I hear you from over here? You're so far. Probably from City Hall.
It's got to be a code or a cipher.
253. What are you looking at there, Rusty? Oh.
Where are you taking us?
Yeah.
Hey, I think I see a body.
Shut up. Get out of here. Mind your own business. Why are you here? Don't you have a life? Don't you have a job? Don't you have a wife? Don't you have a corn on the cob waiting for you at home? Hey, burbs. Don't mind me. What are you guys doing over here? Oh. Mrs. A. Maldonado. Maldonado. Mrs. A. Maldonado.
Empty. Where is all of this meant to be taking us?
Ain't nothing in here, man.
He clearly wants us to find these things. He's left them for us.
This freaking psychopath. What the freak?
There you go, Phelps. You got a new M.O. I told you it wasn't our guy.
Or he might just be getting more confident.
I don't care what you have to say. You friggin' freak. You McFreak on the farm. Oh. There's more blood over here. Follow the pipe.
Trail points up.
This dirty motherfucker's got blood on his hands. How did he climb that? Wouldn't that be slippery? Did he leave his cell phone up here? Get it? It's a joke because cell phones weren't invented or even thought up of yet? Okay. Why? Why is this here? What am I supposed to... I'm trying, man. I'm really trying with this little thing. I did it!
Looks as though the killer was decorating with this.
Painting with blood? What is he, a vampire? That's like painting with food. It's like painting with a chicken sandwich.
Son of a bitch wants her identified.
Son of a...
Mrs. Antonia Maldonado, 712 North Hill Street, downtown.
Oh, yo. What else we got? Oh. Okay. I like how you just knew that's all there was in there. Anyway. About time we hit the old dusty trail. Get in the old bag. 2 on Antonia's residence.
It was Mrs. Maldonado, right?
That's affirmative.
All right, so then there's a husband we should be looking for. Get him, we've closed the case.
Rusty's razor, of course. I don't want to question your tried and tested techniques, Detective Galloway. But doesn't the DA require sound casework before he'll close the book?
Not if he's got a confession. And, you know, there's ways of getting those.
I'm sure.
Hey, damn lunatic!
It's him, the cop from the newspaper.
It's him, the cop from the newspapers. That's that newspaper cop, my favorite. I seen him in the mail the other day.
Wait just a moment.
Her home is a boarding house? What?
I'm sorry. Can I help you?
LAPD, ma'am. Detective Phelps and Galloway. Does Mrs. Maldonado live here?
Yes, she does. I'm Mrs. Barbara LaPente, the owner of this boarding house. Is there a problem?
I'm afraid so, ma'am. Do you mind if we come in? Is there somewhere we can discuss this?
Of course. Follow me through to the parlor.
It's
Wipe
a-
your feet as you come in, detectives.
It's a pretty big problem.
It's this way.
I'm wiping my feet. Wipe your feet, Rusty. Okay, that's good. Have a seat, ma'am.
Mrs. Maldonado was found dead this morning.
Dead? Oh, no. She can't be.
I'm afraid she was murdered, ma'am. We need to take a look at her things.
I can't believe it. A person seems so alive, and then they're gone. Antonia's room is upstairs, last door on the left.
Yes.
Thank you. We'll be back shortly.
That is how death works.
Excuse us a moment, ma'am.
Maybe you're a
Hey,
little...
Cole,
What?
get moving.
Maybe you're a little uninformed. But, the way death works is... they die. I know. Shocking. Why was he yelling at me? I was walking upstairs. Not like he does any of this investigatory
Smashed window
work.
explains why the place looks tossed.
Perhaps they had a stalker. Wait, I wasn't done looking. I got it. Get up here, Rusty. See how it feels? You piece of poo. Oh.
Charm bracelet wasn't among the crime scene evidence.
Could it have been a racist? Holding judgment until I have further evidence. I just know it's indicative of the times. Mrs. Antonia is Isabel Maldonado. Antonia, further to my previous correspondence of August 7th, I am writing to inform you
Okay,
that
we have an address.
your petition to the Superior Court of the State of California has been accepted and a court date scheduled. Your case, docket number, will be heard September 17th. I am told that your husband, Angel Christopher Maldonado, residing at North Hill Street, Los Angeles, California, has been served with the official papers and is on notice to appear at the Central District Court on the above date. Though it is not essential, and many women in your position choose not to do so, I would advise you to also appear at the Central District Court on the scheduled date. In my experience, a woman plaintiff's presence in cases like this can do much to influence proceedings, and if your husband does not appear on September 17th, which you have told me is likely, then it can only help our chances. Interesting. That's just a picture of clothes. as a texture. Alright. Game design back then. A little more practical than maybe today, where they would have actually designed something of the sort.
So someone broke in using this thing instead of a crowbar. Wonder where it was taken from.
Looks like a piece of a fence. Or something. Huh. Could it have been... So, unrequited love. Could it have been a divorce? Because that picture... Wherever that was. Over there, yeah. Kind of just tossed aside. I know this place was ransacked, but... Something strikes me as a miss. Alright, yo, lady. Let's do this.
We have some questions, ma'am, if you're up to it.
Yes, Detective. I'll do my best.
Do you have any idea who might have wanted to hurt Mrs. Maldonado?
That rat of her husband, Angel. She was serving him divorce papers.
If I killed every wife that served me papers, I'd be a mass murderer.
Are you being flippant,
Shut
young
up,
man?
dude.
No, ma'am.
You talk too much. You talk way too much, you piece of poo. Just realized my mic was turned down. Okay.
What can you tell us about Angel Maldonado?
She married him when she was 17.
Oh.
He was cruel to her.
Mistake.
Very cruel. She was a good girl. Little on the religious side, but a good girl.
Really? An old lady not super religious. That's refreshing.
What time did Antonia go out yesterday?
She left around 9.
Do you know where she went?
No, I have no idea. She was a good girl, but she didn't confide in me.
You're either deep in thought or you're not telling the whole truth. Okay.
A nosy old hag like you knows everything about the people who live under her roof. Where did she go?
I think she went to a bar.
You fucking bitch.
She's been drinking quite a lot lately.
You know
Does
the
the
old
bar have a
hag?
name?
El Dorado Bar. It's a Latino place on North Los Angeles Street.
I don't like
It's
the way
only
you
a
said
couple of blocks
Latino.
from where we found the body.
You've had a break-in?
No, that can't be true.
Are you dumb, lady? You seem kind of dumb.
You're being economical with the truth, Mrs. Lepenti. What do you have to hide?
I have no idea what you are talking about.
So Antonia lost her keys and used an iron bar to jimmy the back window?
I heard a noise in the early hours of the morning. I thought it might be a raccoon at the milk bottles. It'd be very bad for business if this news got out. I have a reputation to protect.
Antonia and her husband were estranged?
Yes. She moved here after she separated from her husband 2 months ago.
But Antonia still wore a wedding ring?
She wore the wedding ring and a necklace. She always wore a religious necklace. That's about all of her jewelry.
What about her bracelet?
I don't know anything about a bracelet.
In her wedding photo, she's displaying a charm bracelet.
That thing? She never wore it. He gave it to her. She always kept it in that wooden jewelry box.
Thanks, ma'am. You've been very helpful.
Pay a call to that husband of hers. Lock him up and throw away the key.
We can either front Angel, seeing as the finger's pointing right at him, or we could check out the El Dorado bar.
Give me a second to think about it. Seems troublesome. Alright, let's go check it out. Like my little tree is my thinking tree.
A nosy old hag? Ah! And I thought I was coming on strong with the ex-wives line.
Sometimes you have to be firm to get the information you need.
God damn it, ain't that the truth?
I'm effective.
How about we drop in on the husband instead? See if your gut is right.
I'll take a bar over a husband every day of the week.
Not a douche like you. Frickin' douche.
Think there's anything to the divorce angle?
I've been through 3, fellas. No big deal. After a while, you just numb yourself to the experience.
But Angel, he's a young Latino man. It would hurt his sense of who he is. He'd see himself as a failure. A woman taking control over his life?
Then she fronts him and he snaps. Works for me. That makes Angel a killer as well.
You're assuming too much. Seems like a troubled guy, but a killer? That's a leap. Not until we have proper evidence.
Maldonado is in apartment 304.
Phelps, this could turn ugly.
Another
Forget
stair
about
climbing
knocking.
montage.
Let's take our boy by surprise.
Montage.
Hey, what the fuck? LAPD, motherfucker, you're under arrest.
Oh! What? Is this common?
I got 100.
To fight cops? Let me. How do I fight again? Shit.
I got nothing to say.
I don't remember how to fight. You bungus. This is quite the fight. How many hits do you take, young man? You're a tough boy. Oh, not tough enough, I guess. You got it? Yeah, you got it. Alright. Cool.
Damn.
Good fight.
We got some decent shots in there. Cuff these sons of bitches, Phelps.
Cuff them for...
LAPD, you two are under arrest. Call for some backup, Finbar.
Punching and pooping. Cuff them. Bunch of pooper punchers.
Galloway, badge number 564. I need a prowl car at the apartment building 330 North Hill Street. 2 suspects need transporting to Central.
Your wife has been murdered, Angel.
Antonia? Oh, God, no!
Where were you last night, Angel?
I was here with my brother the whole night, goddammit! You think I'd kill my own wife?
We should get the whole place going over, then talk to the neighbors. Phelps, I don't care that you just got smacked in the head. You don't call me Finbar.
What? Okay. Ooh. It's got blood on it. That does.
This will take some explaining.
A little bit. A little bit. What am I doing with my hand? Oh. It's bloody. Yep. That's true. I can see that. Well, okay. Good. It's good. I see the blood. Okay. What is this?
Just picked fruit market.
That's...
I wonder if Angel gets all his groceries from this place.
What's that? Like the embargo on alcohol? Ah, forget
Maybe
what
one of the neighbors took notice of Angel's movement.
Okay.
Got
I
an
forget
alibi.
what it's called. You left your hat down there, Rusty. You gonna get it? Okay. Which one of these is it? Neighbor.
No good. There's nobody here.
Neighbor. Hey. Neighbor.
Hey, sorry about that. I'm playing with my kids.
LAPD, were you here last night?
Yeah. My wife and I are separated, and I had the kids last night. I put him to bed early and went to bed myself.
Thanks.
Your kids with their stock laughed. Stock laughter.
Hello?
LAPD, ma'am. Did you hear a disturbance last night?
Yes. Yes, I did. Mrs. Maldonado lit out of here, and her husband ran out after her.
You saw this, Miss?
Aranda. I had the door open a crack.
Did you see Mr. Maldonado come back inside after he ran out?
No. I didn't.
Thanks. We'll be in touch.
Free television. Kept thinking you were going to call that one a nosy old hag too, Phelps. Well-executed restraint.
You know what I'm saying?
Executing restraint right now, Finbar.
Fucking Finbar. Get a real name. Like Cole. Wait, what's my name? Get a real name like Bukowski. That's a good name.
Seems like a decent guy.
Car 11K, car 11K, come in. Car 11K, car 11 King, come in.
KGPL, 11 King, over.
11K, Captain Donnelly and Detective Sergeant Finnis Brown urgently request your presence at Central. A new letter has been found.
11K, en route.
You don't think it's strange that all these murders are happening to girls who've been out drinking?
No. A broad drinks, she gets a bit tight, she starts mouthing off. This leads to that, and she ends up in an alleyway. It's a sad story, but this town's seen it play out 1,000 times, Cole.
Why don't you want to see a connection here?
Because there are perfectly good real-life suspects for every one of these murders. We don't need to go looking for the monster under the bed.
Another letter? I thought the letter was from a nut.
These letters, Brown and Hanson believe they are genuine. From him.
The captain is waiting for you downstairs with Pinker.
Hey, I gave his wife a tap. I said all's fair in love and war.
He ran the light on Olympic, and we finally collared him on Temple.
They're waiting down in tech services, Phelps.
Okay.
I'm just praying the prince comes.
Following you there, whatever your dumb name was.
I like you. People say I have no taste, but I like you.
Who are you talking to, lady?
Now I'm not so sure.
Boys, come on in. Phelps, have you met Finnis Brown?
Pleased to meet you, sir.
This information is confidential and doesn't leave this room.
The new letter was left in the back seat of a cab. The driver thinks it was put through the window and not left by a customer.
We're checking all this fares back 24 hours regardless.
Good.
Like the previous letters, it's been assembled from headlines and typed from the Times and Examiner, then glued to an envelope.
What is the other note?
This one? That's also new. A poem, hand-typed.
Do you mind if I take a look?
Go ahead. We've been over both documents pretty carefully. They've been wiped with gasoline, so there's no chance of prints.
That's the message from the Celine Henry case. Heap upon thy soul by virtue of this curse.
That's why we called you in.
Do you think it's original?
Not unless he's a genius.
You like this nutjob's poem?
No, I like Shelley. It was written at least 100 years ago.
Shelley? Sure, I knew that.
You see, Finnis? I told you this lad was a bright boy.
Sure, but what has it got to do with the case?
Prometheus Unbound. Prometheus was a titan, a superhuman character who defied the gods to bring fire to humanity.
The Dahlia guy believes he's Superman.
Your guess is as good as mine. One thing for sure is that he's educated. What about the link to the Henry case?
He could have got the wording from the papers. As you said, he is fiendishly clever and takes pleasure in taunting us. What's happening with the Maldonado case?
We have the husband in custody. We haven't interviewed him yet.
Well, upstairs then, lads, and see if we can break him.
I've been in this job 20 years. I never fired my gun.
Oh, so I'm in the evidence room. I'm not evidence room. Yeah, no, I'm in the interview room and I'm questioning Angel. I told him, he said he was there with his wife that night, and he's like, my brother can attest to that. I'm like, dude, your brother literally tried to fight us along with you before we even made any accusations. And he's like, well, prove it. So I am like, well, your neighbor. I was about to restart and do all that again, but it's like I'm half an hour in, so I don't want to have to do that. So, okay. Luckily, I caught it early, so.
You followed her and didn't come back.
I know this looks bad, but it's not true. We argued, all right, but she went out and I went out after her, and she jumped in a car on the corner.
There was a car waiting for her? Can you describe the driver?
Not the driver. It was too dark. But the car, it was a brown Ford Coupe.
When we found your wife, her jewelry had been removed. Was she wearing her religious medallion last night?
Sure. She always wore that.
What about the charm bracelet? Was she wearing that?
You know about that? She never wore it. She didn't like the message. She kept it locked up in that box of hers.
You and your wife weren't getting along. She was divorcing you. Is that why you killed her?
We fought, yeah, but we weren't getting a divorce.
I don't believe you, Angel. She'd been granted a decree nisi. She pushed you too far and you lashed out.
I told you. I wouldn't accept a divorce.
The judge had set a date. You were going to be paraded in front of the whole city for your cruelty to her, Angel.
Antonia. Oh, Jesus. She came in drunk, out of her mind. She doesn't normally drink. She was looking around in her bag. Said she wanted to serve me papers. Me, her own husband. So I slapped her down. She ran out. That's the truth.
What size shoe do you wear, Angel?
Size 8. What difference does that make?
I was about to feel bad for him a little bit, and then he said he beat her. So, fuck you, guy.
Your wife has been brutally murdered. So how do you explain your shirt being covered in blood?
You found that? I cut myself shaving.
Angel, I'm not going to waste any more time on this. Give me something, or I'm going to have you charged.
My brother, Ippolito, he said some bad things about Antonia last night. So I had to sock him one. We got into it.
Keep talking.
She said she came from the El Dorado bar.
And?
It's not one of my places. We used to buy fruit at the market down the street. But the creep there was always running his eyes all over my wife.
What's the name of this fruit market?
Just picked fruit. Ord Street downtown.
One last question, Angel. Do the words kiss the blood mean anything to you?
No. Sounds sick to me.
You're not in the clear by any means, Angel. You're going back into a cell. You should think about whether you have anything else you need to share with us.
I don't think he killed her.
I think he's a bit of a
Clearly some part of that broken man, kid, guy, thing
been a year.
cared for her. Okay,
I
let's go.
recognize that guy from the papers.
What can I get you?
LAPD. Detectives Phelps and Galloway.
Diego Aguilar. How can I help?
You worked the bar last night?
Yeah. Me and a temp guy from the agency.
Did you have a woman in here last night? 21 years old, Hispanic, drinking heavily?
We have a lot of ladies like that in here. But yeah, I know who you mean. Antonia Maldonado. What did she do?
She was murdered last night.
Oh, shit.
Do you know her well? Was she a regular?
Hell no. She was good and tight last night, complaining about her old man.
Oh shit is
It's
right.
a story you get used to working in a bar. She was so hammered
Legit
last night,
response.
she left a letter on the bar. I'll show you.
Oh, no way! Okay, this guy looked familiar. This Diego, is his name Diego? Yeah, Diego. He looked so familiar. I'm like, who is this actor? He is the frickin' bartender, just like on here. He is the bartender on a TV show called How I Met Your Mother. Look it up. I forget his name, but it's the same actor, guaranteed. Makes a great bartender. That's awesome. Now I want to watch. Now I want to watch some more How I Met Your Mother.
Divorce papers. Did you open them?
No need to. She was shouting about it and waving the letter around. Said she was gonna show him.
Oh, Antonia.
Goddamn waitress.
You. That's not the most dignified way to go about it. Well,
Me to Palm Springs for the weekend.
not saying you deserve to die, but geez, be a little discreet. Poor guy. That guy sucked, but poor guy.
Can you remember what jewelry she was wearing?
She had a necklace. Some kind of religious thing, I think. You know, the temp guy would have more of an idea. She took the beer he served her and cried into it all night.
What time did she leave?
Can't say for sure.
Where did she go? Give me something or the LAPD will start getting interested in this place.
Take it easy. She wanted a cab, okay? And my phone was out of order. The closest one I knew was at the fruit market across the street, so I suggested she try there. She seemed reluctant.
His name is Carl. That's right. Carl McLaren. McLaren's Pub.
Did Antonia say where she was going when she left?
She said she was going to serve the papers on the husband. Said that would take the smile off his face. If you ask me, she was scared. And the drink was for Dutch courage.
Okay.
She attract any interest?
An extremely drunk young woman? What do you think? She managed to scare them off, though.
Thanks. You've been a big help.
No problem. Hey, get the guy, will you?
We'll do our best. One last question. What size shoe do you take, Mr. Aguilar?
A broad 9. I have wide feet.
The actor's name is Joe Neves. Nieves. Yeah, I was right. That's cool. Feels like I'm in McLaren's Pub from the 40s. All right, thanks, man.
Hey, honey, what time do you get off board and table?
Stinson out.
You ought to meet Joe's buddy.
We should go out afterwards.
Green door. Looks important. Oh. Oh. Anyone know how to get this door open? Something screams important about it.
LAPD. Detective Phelps and Galloway.
Clem Feeney. What can I do for you?
Did you happen to see a young woman last night? 21 years old, Hispanic?
Sure, she came by last night. Why do you ask?
She was wearing a necklace?
I didn't notice.
You weren't paying attention, Feeney?
Hey, you're getting the wrong idea.
Exactly how much fruit do you sell here after midnight, Clem?
Look, not much. I sell the odd bottle on the side to the after-hours crowd. Look, I don't want any trouble. I'm just trying to make a buck.
The young lady arrived around midnight?
Yeah, something like that. used the phone for a cab and then left.
You already knew Mrs. Maldonado, didn't you, Clem?
Sure, I met her before. She seemed like a nice lady. Her husband went apeshit one day when he caught me talking to her. She hadn't been back until last night.
Question. Is this game sponsored by Kellogg's? Feeney? Would you know, perchance? Clem?
Where did she go from here?
She wanted a cab, but I couldn't get her one. I was about to offer to drive her, but a car pulled up and she got into that.
Can you describe the car?
Brown Ford Coupe, I think. She seemed to know the guy.
Do you mind if we look around?
Why would you want to do that?
Because we say so.
I guess you can. Hey, don't you have to get a court order or something? I have rights.
Clem? Shh.
Clem? Shh. Shut up. Shut up, Clem. Shut up.
I got a call back for that Universal Chorus line.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
No wonder he stays open late at night. People have to get their vitamins. Check through this stuff before we get back out there.
Oh.
Why cut someone who was already dead?
Scalpel.
It's a typical power thing. Once the stiff is dead, the creep usually feels they can do whatever they like. Must have seen it during the war.
That's a bit of an assumption, but okay. Nothing. Just a tire iron. Tire
So
iron.
what are we hiding in here? This thing needs a combination.
5, 2, 3. Was that it? Ah. Why is my hand so meaty? Wait. No, I got it. 2. 2, 5, 3. That was close. Yeah. Some religious propaganda. Them religious kooks in their pieces of little hands. Ugh. What's the point of all this? Why? Wife, submit to your husbands as to the Lord. For the husband is the head of the wife, as Christ is the head of the church, his body. Ugh, come on, that's so misogynistic. You are my slave. Do as I say.
This fruit skull punk gets about 10 seconds to explain it before he pulls his fucking arms off.
Yeah?
Clem!
Go! Clem! You fucking wanker! He's getting away! Time to roll, Rusty! Time to hit the
God
Rusty
damn it,
trail.
get after him, Cole!
God damn it, get after him, Cole!
I'll try to shoot out his tires. Wish me luck.
Wish me luck.
Hit him! Clean this asshole off the road.
This guy's a freaking madman.
Should have grabbed him when we
What's
had
he
the
doing?
chance, Phelps.
When we had the chance, we didn't know he was our guy.
Just gotta
Phelps,
grab everyone.
you gotta get me closer.
In case they're the guy.
Strange that he'd leave a trail of blood right back to his own market.
Maybe he wanted to be caught. A lot of them do.
Yeah, wait, is this the killer? This moonshiner guy or whatever he had?
Keep it steady and I'll try to bust his tires.
I'm aware.
It's almost too perfect, isn't it?
There's no such thing as too perfect.
Now the game's letting us get him. Shoot him! Come on. Ooh. You did that
Hit
to
him,
yourself,
Cole.
Clem.
Spit him out.
You're dead. Oh, I helped him. All right. Put him up. Put him up. Come on. Let's go. Put him up, Clem. What's your deal?
You're a sick man, Clem. You need help.
What are you doing with your mouth, Clem?
Outstanding job on this case, gentlemen. The poor woman can now rest in peace. I'll pay the fiend a personal visit myself and remind him that crime in this city does not go unpunished. When they finish with him at the receiving hospital, we'll have him up before the grand jury. I have a meeting this afternoon with the mayor lads. I'll be sure to mention your names. Now, on your way.
And that was the Silk Stocking Murder. Perfect score. Thanks for watching this episode of LA Noire. See you next time.